Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I'm just going to load up our new seed drill with seed and fertilizer. I'm just thinking we shouldn't put loads of fertilizer in because we've only got the one field over there to plant. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll stick fertilizer in and then we'll have a look. I've rented the seed drill. I haven't bought it. And I got a feeling that if you stick a load of fertilizer into a seed drill and then you return it, you don't get a refund on the fertilizer. So it's kind of wasted. And I really don't want to waste it. So let's just have a look here. I can put some in. Oop. I'm just not sure how much I should be putting in. Right, whoa. Stop. Okay, that was probably too much. So anyway, my question for this week is I'm going to be buying a new tractor at some point. At the moment we're hiring or leasing 2 tractors. And so the tractors I'm looking at, I'm considering, are these over here. Let me just find them very quickly. I did have them here. So we got the Valtra T-Series. That's option 1. We have the Massey Ferguson 7700. That is option 2. And we have the Case Puma CVX, that is option 3. Now, I would picture these being sort of the main tractor that we use on the farm for quite some time after we buy it. So it's your vote, it's your game. Head to the comment section down below and let me know which one you want. The Valtra, the Massey Ferguson, or the Case. Where did it go? I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, the Case. There, that one there. Okay, so today I am wasting fertilizer by the look of it, and I'm loading up this seed drill. We're going to put it planting corn. Now, why are you jittering? Dancing. Okay, let's just stick that into the fertilizer spreader, and then we've got it off the forks without any trouble. I have had someone, or a few people now, saying that they think these tractors look absolutely ridiculous with these row crop tyres on. And I gotta be honest with you, I agree. They do look absolutely ridiculous. However, we do need them. Because if we try to drive in our field of crops with regular tyres on, we end up destroying large swaths of crop. And that is not acceptable in my mind. I don't want to destroy a load of crop. Is that it? Is that all that one takes? It takes loads of fertilizer and virtually no seed. I'm not sure I like this. Oops, that nearly went flying off. So yes, it is a bit of an unnecessary evil, unfortunately, and I won't be changing them. It costs quite a lot of money to change these out because we don't have our own workshop here. It would be a little bit too pricey to go changing them round. This tractor here with the regular tyres on, this one is going to... Look at all that fertilizer that we got in there. That's going to be wasted. I've got a feeling that is just going to be horribly wasted. Oh, I want to go to the back one. There we go. Right. It is possibly a little bit much for this tiny little tractor. However, these tractors, these Fendt, are fairly robust little creatures, and they can usually cope with whatever you want to throw at them. And yes, that's what we're doing today. We're going to be using that little wood chipper over there. We're not planting sunflowers here, by the way. We're going to change that. Soybean corn, that's the one that we want. Because we want to be able to do a bit of maize silage here. That's going to be our crop of choice here. So we've got grass up in that one. We're going to do maize here. And we've got some soybeans over there. So we'll also grow the soybeans. But yeah, so I kind of had like even responses for forestry and silage. Silage slightly ahead. Now let's just put the hired help going there. I got a feeling that this fertilizer is... Oh no, it is fertilizing. Right, he can carry on and do that. We're not really interested in that. We've seen him doing all of that so far. Yeah, it was slightly more people, I think, wanted me to do silage first, but because there were so many people wanting me to do forestry, we're going to do a bit of forestry today. Now, I pulled this one back here with the pickup from the shop. This one has just been hired again. It's quite a cheap hire, actually. But it doesn't take large logs. We can only put small logs into it. So what my plan is... I'm going to get the trailer with this one. We'll keep the thin tyres on. We're not going to be doing lots of work with the tractor. In fact, I'm going to offload the loader arm now. Why is it not load? Have I got to take it down like that? You've got to put it down near the ground before it will come off. Right. So we're going to get the trailer first. So let's go and get that one. And once we've got the trailer here, we'll sort of set it up so that it's near the wood chipper. And then we're going to do some wood chipping. But I've got to decide where I'm going to do. I was thinking that we could cut down a couple of these trees. But then again, I'm wondering... Actually, I'm thinking that we quite like these here at the moment. So I don't necessarily want to get rid of them. We do have a stand of trees over there. This one here doesn't cope very well with large trees. We've got a massive tree there, and we've got two small ones right beside it. So, I mean, we could possibly get rid of those. Then it would be easier to do some... And we've got that huge tree. I don't know what we're going to do with the big one, because that's going to be difficult to get into the chipper. Well, we'll worry about that. I'm going to get the trailer a second, and we'll set it up near there so that then we can start doing some chipping. Just want to show you something very quickly. Someone did say that they were a bit disappointed that the A-frame for these trailers don't drop to the ground when you unhitch them. That's why, right there, these come equipped with a spring. And several of these trailers with the A-frames, they do actually have this spring on them that will stop the frame from dropping right down into the ground, which is really good because it stops the hitch from all rusting up if you leave it there for 6 months. So that is why they don't drop to the ground. They're not defying the laws of physics or anything. They're just equipped with a spring. It's right there. Just thought I'd show you that. Right, we'll take these just to those trees right there, and then we can set them up. I've got the chipper pulling along behind the trailer. It's really handy that we can now pull a lot of these machines on the backs of the trailer. Oh, there's several trailers that you can do this with. And it's just really handy. It's much more realistic that you can actually go and do this. Because we didn't used to be able to in 15. There was only certain items that you could hitch up behind the trailers. And I'm really pleased with this because there are so many things that you can just pull along behind your trailer. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can operate them from behind the trailer, but you can at least run them, which I think is brilliant. It's just one of those extra little details. It's nothing major, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it does sort of add to that effect of realism that I'm really starting to come to appreciate value in this game. Now then, we'll unfold this one. So you unfold it with X. Just zoom in a little bit, we can see this thing a little bit better. So we want to put the pipe out with O. I'll come out there. Now, will it automatically detect that trailer? Yes, it will. So it's going to detect the trailer automatically. So let me just pull alongside here. Like that. And there. So it is detecting the trailer. Now, if I think I can swivel it. If I move... Oh, it doesn't want to swivel. It's not letting me move that either. Maybe if I try fold wood crusher, turn it on. Is it going to let me... No, it's not going to do it. It's not letting me move the spout. I think it's because I've got the trailer beside it. Otherwise, it would just put it to the floor. But I'd like to put it into the trailer so that we can sell the wood chips direct. I don't really want to mess around with them. I have also taken the liberty of purchasing a chainsaw. So we'll put that right over onto its side. And I will crouch down, get it down low to the ground. We will have to get a stump grinder. I'm not sure actually if there's one available for achievement unlocked, lumber. It's a shame that we can't push the tree over. Object's too heavy. Can I jump at it? No. Okay, so apparently we've cut the tree, but it's too big. Now, I'm not sure how big a log you've got to make to be able to do this. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Is it going to go? I've never seen a tree balance like this before. This is good, actually. I like this. Let's put another one up there. And... timber! Oh, come on! Really? I've got you 3 times. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's brilliant. I had to actually grab the log out of the middle to make it fall down right. I want to clean the branches off. How can I do that? Are they cleaning? They're sort of cleaning. Kind of. Let's crouch down to do it. The thing is, I don't want it to catch at the same time. I don't want to actually cut it in half. I'll tell you what, let's try turning it like that. Ah, there we go. It's taken off some of the branches now. Right, that's looking a little better. So let's see. Right, I can pick this log up. Let's see if we can put it into the chipper. That's brilliant. Three of them were all there in a group before we actually pulled the tree down, and we had to lift the log in the middle to knock it down. It was that well balanced. Right. Ooh, careful. Now this is the tricky bit. Apparently, it can be a little bit tricky to get this right. Come on. Trying to do it. Oh, it's thinking about it. There we go. It's too big. I think that's the problem. I think this one's just a fraction too big. Now, someone did say that the way that they did it was to cut it this way round. Or just cut it into smaller pieces with the thicker logs like this. So, let's try and see if we can... If I do it like that, is that going to do it? I don't think that will. But I could do it like that. So we might have to sort of play around with the bigger logs at the bottom of the tree. So certainly the really big log. Let's just try cutting that one. And now we've got some little pieces that we can chuck in. I'm hoping then... Right, there's one piece. Is it going to go in? It's still not going to go in. Okay, let's try. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Let me go into the tractor. Maybe that... Oh. Maybe it's only going to work. It's not going to let me move that spout either. I'd like to move the spout. It's just not having it. It's because of the trailer, I suspect. But I didn't really want to put a pile of wood chips on the floor. I got a feeling that we're not going to be able to actually drop any of these pieces in and... see them go through unless we're in the tractor. You've got to put it in and then get into the tractor. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't like that animation. It's too far away from the trailer. I want it to be pointing down into the trailer. Let me try moving it back like that. Now, see, now it's moving. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. I want to lower it down like that. But if I move back near the trailer again, I reckon it's going to poke it up into the air. Yeah, see? That's not what we want. Can you? No, you can't hitch anything onto the back of this one, can you? No, that's alright. Okay, we can work with this. So, let's put that one in there. And then what we'll do is, once we've put these in, that one will go in. I think you're going to have to get in there so that it will work. Let's just get rid of that. Right, that one doesn't seem to be going in at all. Alright. Let's try putting the chainsaw to it while it's in there. Now this is what the health and safety man really likes to see, is you standing on the infeed to a wood chipper using a chainsaw on it. Brilliant. Okay, right, Mr. Health and Safety Man. I don't think you're going to like the way that I operate. Oh, right, that one's gone in now. So it does look like the bigger logs aren't actually going to fit. So let's chop one from this end and see what that does. Let's cut that one there. I'm quite glad I didn't pay a huge amount of money to lease this thing, because, quite frankly, I'm not that impressed with this chipper so far. It really doesn't take very much, but the bigger ones, they cost a fortune. Right, the best way to put a log in is to put the bigger end in first. Whenever you're using a wood chipper, if you put the big end in first, that's your safest bet. So let me grab that. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's definitely thinking about it. Let's try picking that up and drop. Now it's kind of pulling it up. This is the problem, is you can pick the stuff up, but there's no way to rotate when you pick stuff up in the air. See, if I pick that up, I can't press a key to like rotate the object while it's in the air. That's what we need. That's what we need, is to be able to rotate the object slightly while they're in the air. If we could do that, I think we would get on a lot better with some of these machines and that. And just generally picking stuff up. Right, let's just try going in sideways. There we go. Right, that went in, but it didn't do anything. That is still pointing into the trailer, isn't it? Yeah, so far this doesn't seem to be going very well. Right, I mean, I guess the top of the tree is a bit small. You don't tend to get a lot of wood chips out of that. So let's just saw a piece up there and move down here and saw up again. There we go, there's another piece. And let's grab it like this. Hopefully this we can just put straight into the wood chipper like this. I'm hoping. If I can position it right. And then just shuffle sideways until it grabs it. Go! Go, my little darlings! Go, wood chips! Excellent! Right, that actually worked. That worked really well. I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So I've got this log here. This one I reckon is probably going to be one of the ones that's too big. Is that going to fit? Go on. And this is a small tree, and still it's not quite fitting, is it? What I think we might do is make a pile of logs that we can't use at the moment. And then we can come back to those. Object too heavy. Oh, no, I do have a little bit here. So let's grab that. Bring that one down. Run. There we go. And, oh, no, careful. Go forward and then go sideways a little bit. There we go. Let it go. Right, that's going... Oh, it's only gone so far. It's not going to go any further now. It doesn't like it. It's too big. Right, so this wood chipper does seem to be quite limited for the size that it can take. Quite frankly, I thought that it would be able to do a bit better than that, but apparently it can't. We've got this huge, great big log here that we can't do anything with. So what I'm thinking is perhaps we should take a look at some other wood chippers and maybe get a slightly bigger one, because we can still chuck the things into it. What have we got? What options do we have? Where's the forestry stuff for a start? There we go. That one there cuts down trees. We've got the stump grinder there. Now, so we're using this one. We're using this little one here. Doesn't say a huge amount about it. I paid $3,000 for that to rent it. So then the other wood chippers that you've got is this one here. Machine breaks trunks into wood chips. Breaks trunks into wood chips. So what's the difference? That one cannot do large trees. Apparently it can't do very many trees at all. This one here, 9,600 to rent. That one's got the crane arm on it, so you can load it. This one here doesn't have a crane arm, so you've got to load it by hand, which would be why it's cheaper. It's $2,000 cheaper to lease that one than it is to... It's $2,500 cheaper to lease it, and $880 per day, whereas this one is 600. So we're going to lease this one, I think. So we'll lease that, yes. I want that, okay, and back, and back, and back out. We're going to take this one back, and we're going to go and get the bigger one, and by the time we're finished, that tractor should be finished that field. We could then be ready to swap them over, so we don't have to use the one with the row crops for doing too much road work or anything like that. So let's turn that one off, and fold the spout in, fold that back up. I won't worry about the trailer for a minute. I am tempted to get another trailer though. If we got another trailer, because if we're going to get some more, load more wood chips, I think we could end up being better off with a bigger trailer, so that we have to do fewer trips. Because the place to sell the wood chips is quite away from here, isn't it? I think that's at Stanton Sawmill. I don't think there's any other place unless you buy the placeable. Right, we've got this huge, great big machine here. To be honest, I'm not sure that our little tractor is even going to be able to pull it, but we'll figure that one out in just a minute. Let me just come in here and we will return this lease. Turn around here. Actually, I can drive underneath here through the work bay. There we go. We'll stop here. Now, that wood chipper over there, you can actually get into it and you can drive it itself. So we'll return that one. Okay. Little bit of a waste of money, but I think it'll be worth it once we get this one going here. And this thing here, this thing looks fantastic. Look at it. Huge. So you do have to put the logs in, and for now we're going to be putting them in by hand, so we'll just cut them as big as we can. But you can actually get into it. It does actually drive itself. So we start the engine. Takes its own fuel, and you can drive it round. Top speed of 1 mile an hour. It doesn't seem to want to steer. Okay, let's just unfold it a minute. So there's where you chuck your logs in, up that end. And is it pipe out? Yeah. That you've just got to put over a trailer, I'm assuming. And then I don't think it's got an internal tank. I think you just stick a trailer under there. So there is our wood crusher. That thing looks fantastic. So let's put the pipe. Let's fold it all up. Oh, you could put, if you press left Control I, it will just, I'm guessing it will just run continuous, because that seems to be how it is with the other ones. They just like run continuously when you're doing that. So we'll fold it back up as well. There we go. Turn its engine off. And I just wanted to have a look at the other trailers, because we've got one small tipper. We've got this one at the moment, which takes 8,000 litres. I mean, 8,000 is not too bad, but I'd like something with a bit more oomph to it. This one here takes 21,000. Now that is quite a trailer. So what I'm thinking is we get that trailer. That one does have a rear hitch as well, I believe. TKD. Does it have a rear hitch? Wheel setup standard. Wide tyres. Design white colour. Right, wide tyres are an extra 400. Do we lease that one or do we buy it? 25,400. That's a lot of money to buy a trailer. But it is something that we'll use over and over, because we're going to need something for silage, and that one would do for silage as well. And I quite like the idea of using the turntable for a while, so I think we're going to buy that one. It is quite expensive, but we can do some. We're going to do some contracting jobs soon, I think. Anyway, now let's just make sure that we haven't made a hideous mistake. Yes, it's got the rear hitch. Excellent. So what I'm hoping to do. Do I have a front weight for this tractor? I don't believe I do. Am I going to need one? I don't think I will. I think we'll be okay. This tractor is probably going to struggle to pull this, but what I'm hoping to do is to put this trailer onto the tractor and then put that wood chipper on the back. So I'm thinking that we will just get it back. Oh, and incidentally, I did have to top up the seed drill. Oh, and he is now finished. So he's finished that field, so we can use the Fendt. Yeah, it is the Fendt. We can use it to tow all of this lot. Because it's not a tractor-driven machine, that wood chipper. It runs itself. It's got its own engine and everything, so we don't need lots of power for that. We just need a tractor that is strong enough to pull this trailer. And I'm actually thinking that we might stick the other trailer on the back as well. Right, there we go. We can hitch it on. Excellent. Right, it will allow us to hitch it on. Now I've got to... Oh, actually, I can go this way, can't I? Is it going to pull it? Yes! Excellent. Right. I don't think we're going to have time to actually use this wood chipper today. So we'll be using this one tomorrow. So we'll be able to cut down some more trees. We'll be able to chuck them all in there and chip it all up in no time at all. I'm quite looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. My question for... Oh, and the zombies are gone, by the way. We worked some magic late last night, and the townspeople are all cured. They are, of course, eternally grateful, and they are just back to their usual selves. So, all is good in the world, and in the town of Maplefield. Except that they do still have this sort of worrying habit of walking through my trailers. This tractor is going so slowly. Going downhill in a minute should speed things up a bit, I think. So yes, my question for this week is, which tractor would you like me to buy first? I've got three choices that I'm going to go for. It's either going to be, let's just scroll up through a minute, the Valtra T-Series, the Massey Ferguson 7700, or the Case Puma CVX. It's your vote, it's your game. Head to the comment section down below and let me know which of those three tractors you would like me to get first. Also keep in mind, because I do get people say, oh, you can't use such and such a tractor on an American map because you don't get them in the States. They're not common in the States. yes, I know that they're not common, and I'm quite happy to admit, yes, they're definitely not common, some of the tractors in that list. But I have actually gone and checked, and it is possible to buy every single tractor that this game has been released with in the United States. It is possible to buy every single one of them. Some of them are not common. I've said that, and I'll say it again. They're not very common. Like the Valtra series, the Valtra tractors, there's hardly any of them in the States, but you do find them. They are available. You can buy them. So just because it's not the most common tractor doesn't mean I can't use it. I will use a variety of tractors on all the maps, because most of these tractor dealerships these days are international dealerships. They go around the world. Now, I will try to stick to a lot of American brands while I'm in an American map, and I'm more than happy to do that, but I'm not going to completely disregard everything else because it's not very common to find them here. So I hope everybody's happy with that. That's the way I've decided that it's probably better if we run things, because that way we get a bit more variety in things. Because if I just went for the big brands, we know that John Deere absolutely refused to release the rights to anything to do with their brand. They've got their own version of a tractor simulator game, which is quite frankly rubbish. And that is just my opinion, by the way. I would just like to state for legal reasons that my own personal opinion is that it's rubbish, and I do not represent or anything like that. I don't represent anyone else whatsoever. As just my own personal experience, I don't like that game. Yes, John Deere are also known for suing people when they disagree with what they say. So yes, my opinion, it does not reflect the, it does not necessarily mean the game is rubbish. Okay, is everybody happy with that? I hope so. Our crop is ready to harvest. Okay, that's a new development. We'll have to do that in the morning, I think, because this evening we're going to be doing more of this. That one up there is ready to go. We've got one growth stage, a little stripe up the side of the field. Yes. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Next time, I will be using that wood chipper and the trailers, and we'll see if we can cut up some of these trees properly, make a little bit of money back, because we seem to be spending it faster than we're earning it. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.